Hello, welcome to the LMP podcast. My name is Gemma Allen. I'm one of the learning support mentors here at LMP, joined today by my fabulous colleagues Vicky and Mike.
Hi.
Hi.
Today we are going to have a chat about sleep, some of the things you can do to promote better sleep, and obviously some of the things that may cause problems with your sleep and how to maybe avoid them or do some things to make them a little bit better. So first of all, guys, how do you guys sleep? And not on your backs or in bed.
I actually have a sleep schedule. So I like to get a bath. I like to go into my room, moisturise. I like to get changed. So many people nowadays don't get changed before bed. They sleep in the clothes. So getting changed, my daughter sleeps in her clothes all the time. So getting changed also gets your brain into that mode that you're ready for sleep. I'll light candles, and I'll make the room as relaxing as possible. Just have that half an hour before I actually, get in the bed and try to go to sleep, just to try and relax myself.
Yeah, what about you, Maya? How do you do?
It's not that relaxed hours really, it's getting the kids to bed who are teenagers, and then by the time they've eventually gone to bed, it's especially you need to chill out, having a shower does help. Try not to think about work the next day or something that's on your mind, because that keep your mind ticking and keep you awake, doesn't it?
I think that's one of the main things that most people don't get sleep, isn't it? It's like anxiety or that worry that something's going to happen or something's happening the next day. Like today we've travelled obviously to meet up today, and last night going to bed I was getting that, okay, if I go to sleep now I'll get 9 hours sleep, okay, that's fine. No, if I go to sleep now I'll get 8 hours sleep, okay, that's fine. And then that constant worry. By the time you've actually gone to sleep, it's like 4 hours, and that's not enough.
Exactly, yeah.
Absolutely. I think what you were saying about sleep schedule is so important for yourself, more than anything.
I mean, I checked my watch. I checked the alarm. It was 2:30, then it was 3:30, and then the alarm went off at 5:30 this morning for the drive. So that anxiety and that fear of not waking up and not being able to make it on time can actually really affect your sleeping.
I think that's where getting into that routine helps, doesn't it? Because if you're telling your body every day that this is what I do to get ready to go to bed, your brain goes, oh, okay, we're going to bed now, great, fantastic.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I find if I've got something important the next day and I'm worried that I may not sleep well and then be tired, if I go for a walk or some sort of light exercise, I don't do heavy exercise anyway, but a walk will help de-stress really. It gets you chilled out a bit, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You can sleep better, you're a bit more tired, aren't you, I think?
Yeah.
I must admit, I woke up a couple of nights ago and I couldn't understand what had woken me up, but I started to get palpitations and I thought I was having a panic attack in my sleep. And it woke me up quite significantly to the point where I was wide awake. And stupidly, the first thing I did was when I calmed down, grabbed my phone, started scrolling through my phone, and of course because I was then awake watching my phone, I got the blue light interference, which is negative for your sleep patterns anyway, and that was it. Wide awake, couldn't go back to sleep.
But there are relaxation routines that you can do with breathing to sort of help your anxiety like that. If you do sort of controlled breathing, if you sort of do a little bit of mindfulness. I know we've got another podcast on mindfulness, but it's sort of listening to nice music, your muscle relaxation and things like that. All those types of things can help you with sleeping.
Funny story about that though. I was using a playlist on my phone to help promote sleep, and I was just drifting off to sleep, and it was lovely, like waves crashing, rain on a tin roof, and suddenly out of nowhere Neo starts playing full volume down my ear, closely followed by a bit of Bruno Mars, and I woke up, I was like, who's playing Bruno Mars? No, it was in my ears on my headset thing that I was wearing. I was like, what the flipping heck's going on here?
Yeah.
But I think like Apple Music or wherever you get your music from, like Spotify and things like that, they've got great playlists for that kind of relaxation stuff.
I do like the rain.
Yeah,
I do like the rain. The rain's lovely. It's really soothing, and sometimes most of the time you don't have to listen to a playlist for that.
Yeah, noise can be a problem. I live on a main road, especially in the summer with windows open. And you think, I wear earplugs, and my wife snores as well, so it's I can still hear her earplugs. You recommended some good ones earlier, didn't you? So any background noise is going to disrupt your sleep, isn't it? So if you're a light sleeper,
I think having things like blackout blinds is good as well. You can actually buy ones from online retailers that you literally just stick to your windows, so you don't have to install like a full-size blind across your window or whatever, but they're literally just blackouts that reflect the light back out and cover. We've got them for when we go camping and things like that, for in caravans and stuff, and they're great, dead cheap. Stick them up, do the job brilliantly, but you can still have your window open, you can still let fresh air in. Again, fresh air is really good for sleep as well. I can't sleep without the window open even in the middle of winter.
Really?
I'm a weirdo. I used to have a fan on all the time before the electricity prices went up. Husband used to hate it, but I think it's doing what works for you, isn't it? Like
Exactly,
you and
yeah.
your spa. I think yours is just fantastic. Sounds like you're a spa with it.
Yeah, no, I do like to moisturise and things like that. But also, I think eating food right before bed can be really bad. It can either get you up with heartburn, it can make you feel sluggish or full, or it can make you feel really sort of ill. If you have a big meal before bed, so maybe like a couple of hours before bed, stop eating and drinking,
Yeah.
and things like caffeine,
Oh,
alcohol.
yeah.
They're all stimulants, so they can actually stop you from sleeping as
Yeah.
well.
There's a negative thing, isn't there, that drinking alcohol makes you tired. No, it does temporarily, but overall it's going to stimulate your brain. It's going to wake you up.
Yeah, you
That's
don't
why
sleep as
if
well, do you?
you've been drinking heavily, most of the time you'll be up at the crack of dawn with the birds, wide awake, feeling like absolute death. So, don't drink, be sensible. But I think same with smoking, same with vaping, all of those things are negative impacts on your brain, especially when it comes to sleep, which is the danger.
So as well, I think a solution, if you can't sleep and you can't sleep, regularly, perhaps to maybe keep a sleep diary. Of sort of what time you're going to bed, how much sleep you're getting, things like that, and then you can clearly see, like how much sleep you're getting, what impact that's having on you in the next day. It may be that you can nap the next day for 20 minutes.
Power
Normally-
naps.
Yeah, power naps. It's not something I've ever been able to do,
No.
but my partner does it frequently. He gets in from work and he's gone. Good 20 minutes, and then he's
Yeah.
absolutely fine. But I think the best time of day to do that is sort of straight after lunch.
Yes.
Obviously, if you're working, you can't, but it is.
There's some Japanese companies that actually implement a sleep schedule for their employees that they have to have a mid-afternoon nap because it makes them more productive then, because they work obviously excessive hours.
Yeah.
But for us in this country, for people doing apprenticeships, for people doing courses, stuff like that, it's about picking the time that works for you, isn't it? And after lunch,
Yeah.
you're full, you've got a nice buzz.
Yeah, I know in Europe they do it, but that's due to the hot weather and they have the
Yes,
siestas
yes,
in the
absolutely,
afternoon.
yeah.
So we need to be relaxed, don't we, to sleep. Another thing I did actually when after I left uni, I did meditation, and then sometimes if I couldn't sleep, that was my go-to would be meditation. I'd start doing it and then I'd fall asleep. I wouldn't do that now because I forgot how to do it. But whatever helps you to relax and switch off, isn't it?
I think now with all the apps and the technology that's out there to kind of give you that guided meditation and that guided relaxation and things, it's worth investigating in your app store or wherever you get your apps from, just to have a look at what is available that will work for you. It's the same with anxiety, all those kind of things. There is an app for it, no doubt. Just
there is for
have a good
everything.
look.
Because it can affect our health, can't it? If you don't get enough sleep,
Yeah, absolutely.
it's a bad habit you can get into.
It
Just cut
is, and I
back on
think
it.
it leads you then to start relying on things like energy drinks and excessive
Yeah.
caffeine, which is only going to cause more damage. It's not going to solve anything, is it?
I hear as well so many people when it gets to Saturday and Sunday and they're not at work, they sleep all day.
Oh, that's so dangerous.
Yeah, so what I find especially with the 16 to 18-year-olds is they sleep all day Saturday, then they're up all night Saturday night, sleep all day Sunday. I think it's probably better to set your alarm for the same time every day to get your body into a routine of waking and sleeping. I do that now. I didn't used to do it, but I do it definitely now on a weekend. I'm still up at 8 o'clock. I don't get the sleep-ins. I'm still up at 8 o'clock, to do everything to walk the dogs. And then you feel a bit of accomplishment by the morning. You've done everything that you need to do.
Yeah, do you know, my other half always complains that he doesn't feel like he's achieved anything if he doesn't do anything on a weekend. But if we've had too much sleep, that's how I feel. I feel sluggish. I don't want to do it. So yeah, absolutely. So what are we recommending then, guys? What's the healthy way to get a good night's sleep?
Relax.
Yeah.
For me, it's my bedtime routine. Just make it a routine every single night, to have that half an hour relaxation before bed.
Absolutely. Make sure you're eating healthily, drinking plenty of water, avoid your energy drinks, avoid your caffeine, avoid alcohol, smoking, vaping, all of the above. Basically, be healthy and you'll be having a healthier sleep, I think is the message, isn't it?
Fantastic.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Thanks very much, guys. It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you very much for
Thank you.
joining us. We'll see you again soon.